Hey, it's your buddy Tim Schill coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today we're going to focus on Ruel the Huntmaster. And more specifically, we're going to focus on this guy for a mid-game player. For somebody that's not going to get Thea the Tomb Angel anytime soon, is this guy worth fusing and adding to part of any of your teams? Is he going to help you through the mid-game to do the things you need to do? So let's check it out. All right, well, let's look at Ruel the Huntmaster. So visually, very, very cool looking champion. I'm a little concerned about the flock of, what are those, dung beetles? I mean, maybe he stinks, I don't know. But the swarm of insects around him might be a bit concerning. But he is a Dark Elf Spirit Affinity Legendary Attack-based champion, which is pretty cool. I mean, there's not a lot of really hard-hitting Spirit-based attack champions. Even in his own faction, we have Foley, who is Magic-based, and Zavia, who is Force-based, and then Vizier, who, I mean, you know, has got some utility besides his attack number. So the thing that stands out to me about this guy, besides being spirit-based and maybe having some odor about him, is his attack number. 1,696, as far as I know, is the highest in the game. If that's not right, leave me a comment because I'd like to know. But the second one I could find was Septimus, who had about 1,671, I think. Let's make sure we get that right. I think it's 1,671. No, not Cillian. Septimus, 1,674. So, you know, almost 20. He's almost 20 points higher than Septimus, and that's pretty good. So his attack number is really good, and if his multipliers add up, then yeah, he'll hit really, really hard. I've seen the other videos where the guys will put him in this end game Savage gear and cruel sets, and, yeah, and he does great damage. But let's be honest, you know, I don't have that gear. I'm guessing most of you guys that would watch this don't have that gear, and so you know, the question we want to ask is it worth fusing this guy? Is having some extra damage worth all the resources it's going to take to get these guys, especially since he seems to need to pair with Thea the Tomb Angel. Thea the Tomb Angel is achieved through fragments that you get in Doom Tower Hard secret rooms. And I do okay. I usually can get about halfway through Doom Tower Hard, at least the waves and bosses. But I can usually only do 2 or 3 of those secret rooms to get those fragments. So I'm a long, long way away from getting Thea. And so I worry that he's not going to be as good. And I know he's not going to be as good without Thea, but he still has some parts of his kit that are going to be interesting. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But yeah, so my understanding is also they're going to rebalance the Doom Tower Hard secret rooms and make them a little more achievable, I hope. Because some of those, like, use spirit-based rare champions only. I had like 2. And I don't even think they had any masteries or books or anything. So I didn't even bother to try to level up enough champions. But just a real quick look at his kit. He's got an A1 with some utility where he can, he's got a strong version of the defense down at 75% chance on the book. And he can also transfer a debuff from himself to the target if the target has a hex debuff on him. I'm going to go right to the A3 because I think that his entire kit is prefaced off of this A3, where he increases his accuracy on everybody and then places a debuff on all the enemies, which he'll need accuracy for. So you can't just build him straight crit damage and attack. You're going to have to get some accuracy in there as well. And then this perfect veil on himself is pretty interesting as well. So he's going to be a little more survivable. You can get that down to 4 turns. So you got 4 turns here. He pops in to this on a 3 turn where he attacks all the enemies, and he'll hit somebody. He'll hit everybody twice that he's put a hex debuff on, which is helpful. He'll also ignore 25% of the target's defense if there are 4 more enemies. So the only place that I think this would be super helpful would be Faction Wars and Doom Tower. So he seems to be built for Doom Tower. Him and Thea seem to be the new meta where we can clear those really tough waves because he's just going to hit so bloody hard. This is on a 3-turn. He's doing everything on a 2-turn. His books mostly add to his damage, which just basically multiply his total damage. So if you hit for 100 grand and you have 30% increased, you're going to hit for 130. His passive and his aura aren't really anything to write home about. I don't know if a 10% reduction in resistance is going to be super helpful. I mean, you know, most of those Doom Tower hard resistance are 350 to 400. So you get them down to 315 to 340. You know, it's, I don't know, 360. It's, I don't think it's going to be that. And then 5% speed reduction doesn't seem to be super helpful either. So I'm going to build him just because I'm a bit of a glutton for punishment and a huge fan of the gotcha games and enjoy collecting. So I'm going to build him. When I do, I will gear him out in my absolute best set, obviously without Thea, and do a comparison video between him and Trunda and Foley and see if he's worth it. And then you'll know if fusing him is worth it. But I would say if you're mid-game and already have some damage dealers, it's probably a fusion you could skip. He is cool though, and I will let you know what I think because I'll put a video out. So hey, like and subscribe to my channel, please. You know, I'm trying to build a base and get some of those Polarium rewards and continue to do what I'm doing. So leave me a comment, and we'll see you next time.